Hey there, gamer friends. My name is Ank Bancho. We're jumping back into our blind playthrough for Chrono Trigger here. Currently playing the game on PC. And it looks like last time we took down the Mammon Machine. I think we attempted to stop the Queen. I don't think that went really well. No, we did, right? We stopped the Queen, or we didn't stop the Queen. In any case, we ended up losing Chrono. Chrono died. He sacrificed himself to get ourselves out of the situation. Charlotte sacrificed herself to get us out after Chrono died. Dalton kidnapped us or arrested us, whatever it is, and declared himself king. And now we're currently imprisoned on I guess it's his airship or whatever it is. So right now we're kind of stuck where we are. So we have to figure out how to get out of the situation. And it looks like it's a pretty simple. Luca's gonna fake being hurt or dead or whatever, and she's gonna punch that guy. So looks like what we have to do. So it looks like that we have to kind of Metal Gear Solid our way through here and avoid being seen. The key thing here is, I guess we're gonna have to get our items back. Obviously, this is not gonna be the best case scenario, so we're gonna be locked up back here again. So it looks like we can't be seen at all. We have to find a new way out. That's going to be kind of frustrating. So, if we can't get out of this room at all, there's got to be another way for us to kind of sneak around. I don't think that ladder is going to take us anywhere, but we're going to experiment anyway. Ladder only takes us up here, so we really can't go anywhere else for the time being. So there has to be another exit, I guess, hidden in this room. Oh, here we go. Awesome. So we're kind of in a ventilation shaft. This looks very Metal Gear Solid to me, actually. And right now we're going to kind of have to wander around. So our key thing here is trying to find out where our equipment is so we can get the equipment back and start kind of going through here. I'm not sure I'm a big fan of how this is set up, since the fact that it's barely lit. It's really poorly lit. So let's see if we're able to go around here. Like I said, the key here is to not be seen. And right now, I don't think that's going to be possible where we are. So we're going to have to go back up in the ducts and figure out where we're going. Unless, yeah, I don't know if I really want to risk it. I don't know if those robot droids will do anything. Yep, those guys saw us. Alright, so this is a lot trickier than I thought it would be. It's not as simple and straightforward. So this is kind of like what I'm talking about previously, where I'm not a big fan of, I guess we can call this like a puzzle in a game. But this kind of does have that, this feels like a puzzle to an extent, and not like a traditional puzzle. More like a what the hell are we doing kind of puzzle. And we need to figure out what we're doing kind of thing. I don't know if we're going to be able to do this really easily or not. I'm not good at these kind of things. So it looks like Dalton has our ship. He's trying to change it, I guess, to suit Dalton. That's not going to end well, I think. I mean, it could end well, but more likely than not, it will actually end terribly. We have to get the ship back for our own sakes, so to speak. So we do have to figure out the best way to sneak around. Now, I don't know if there really is a best way to sneak around right now. So we have to find a room or an area where there's no guards, and we're going to be able to get an item. I think once we get our first character's items, we don't have to worry as much about sneaking around. So we kind of have to experiment with how we're kind of going around, where we're moving, and all that fun stuff. If we, I don't like to say experiment because it doesn't feel like the right terminology here. But that's kind of what we have to do. And we kind of have to remember where we went. And that's not something I'm really good at. Like I said, I don't know if that thing is going to do anything for us. Once again, we went into the wrong room. I'm sure there's like a correct order we're supposed to do this in to kind of speed us through doing this. But I'm not going to look it up. We're playing this game absolutely blind, so we don't know what we're doing. We don't know where we're going. We are just kind of wandering around. So right now, that is not where we want to go. Also, don't want to go there either. And like I said, I get that this needs to be poorly lit because it is the room that it is. We're in a ventilation shaft. I get that, but it is kind of frustrating from our point of view. Did we actually get to where we need to go? No, Frog is escaping. Those things can see us. I thought we were actually making great progress there, but it looks like I was wrong, and I mean, that happens a lot, me being wrong, but this is definitely a frustrating portion of the game. I don't know where we're going. I don't know the right path. Obviously, there's a very specific way we need to go, and we're obviously not going that way. So I don't know, you know, the logic here. So if we just keep going this way, maybe we'll be able to get there. Like I said, because this is so poorly lit, and we don't have like an actual map where we can pull up and it won't show us where we've gone, we're kind of just guessing and speculating at this point. And I think once we get our first characters like equipment, we're gonna be fine. We're not gonna have any actual like legitimate issues, so to speak. I don't think we will. I mean, there is always that possibility that yeah, we will have those kind of issues, but I can't say for certain. But you know, right now, these invisible walls are really kind of keeping us from making a lot of progress right now. Maybe this is the right room. I don't see anything in here. I don't know. Let's see what happens if we go out here. Okay. Yeah, they caught us. Alright. So this is where it gets like, you know, imagine just sitting here going, tricksy hobbitses. Like we're freaking Gollum trying to figure out where we're going, and right now it's not working for us in any way, shape, or form. And I get it. It's rough. It's frustrating. And looks like we actually got the first batch of items, and now we're going to get into a combat here. So now that we have one character's equipment, we're going to be fine. We don't have to worry about essentially having to not be caught. I think that's the ultimate goal right now here is getting that first thing. So now we kind of don't want to get outnumbered too much in any kind of combat. So I don't know if it really matters in what order we go in or which room we go in. I feel like it kind of would matter to an extent. And I feel like these enemies are intentionally on the weaker side so that we're not getting slaughtered mercilessly. Because in case you guys haven't noticed, it takes one hit. I don't know if it's because our characters are a little higher on the level side or not. Man, looks like we got back in this room. Dead end. Nothing going on here. That's fine. I mean, we can pretty much just fight everything right now. Until they figure out where we're going. Obviously, this is not going to be a very big area. But, I mean, just kind of guessing where we're going. It feels weird to be playing the game without the actual main character. So there's no Chrono in our party right now, and you know we're actually controlling as the player. We're controlling Frog. Frog is our main. I don't want to say our main character, but we're really controlling Frog right now, and it's kind of weird to see him be the leader in the party. Usually, in most RPG games, the party leader is the only character we can see. In this game, the other party members are actually trailing behind us, which is kind of neat. Notice how they're only attacking Frog. Which is definitely an interesting thing here, is that they're only attacking Frog. And at the same point in time, while they're only attacking Frog, our other characters can't do anything. It'd be nice if they were able to use their magic, you know, like you would normally expect them to be able to do, since, you know, you don't need your like weapons and stuff to do magic. But apparently you do in Chrono Trigger. And obviously you can't switch out anybody due to the equipment situation, so we can't switch out and put Robo or Ayla in the party. So we're kind of stuck with what we're stuck with for right now. And I'm not saying like it's a bad thing. It's like, oh man, we're so stuck with these characters. No, I don't mean it like that. What I'm trying to say is like we're kind of in that mindset where we have these characters. And at this point, I'm just kind of saying, screw it. We're gonna kind of wander around and just kind of figure out where we're going, get a feel, and just trying to figure out. And right now, I'm just like, well, we got to be able to figure out where we're going. I don't think that's the way. Maybe it's in this room. I don't know. Like I said, we're going to eventually take out all these guys anyway, and the worst part is they're probably going to respawn. So we're going to have to fight them all over again, and I guess it's okay because we're still getting experience points and TP, technical points as well. And it's not like it's a laughable amount of experience points and technical points. It's a decent amount. And it really is going to help us. And it looks like we're about to get... I want to say it's going to be for Marl's equipment. In a few seconds here, we see the chest here. I feel like there's 4 chests total. 1 for each party member. And then the last one's all our items. Yeah, we just got Marl's equipment back. So Marl is good as gold. So now we're going to have 2 people in our party at all times now, able to do combat, and that would be Marl and Frog. So we just kind of find Luca's items right now. And once we find Luca's items, we should be good. Nice critical hit there by Frog, by the way. That was my question here. This is the room we originally started in. And it looks like enemies do not respawn, which is fantastic for us. Obviously, this is a lot of enemies right here. So, it would behoove us to... I guess we just regular attack them. It's not going to take that many turns. I don't want to use all our magic points because we could be getting to like a boss at the end of all this. This could really lead us to one of those situations where we are going to fight a Dalton or something like that in the end. I feel like that's what's going to happen. Is we're going to end up having to fight Dalton, and I really don't feel like fighting Dalton. Let's be honest here, guys. I don't feel like, you know, dealing with that. But we just got... Wow. Whoa. That was a lot of experience points. I would do that fight over again. No doubt would definitely consider doing that fight again for that amount of experience points and technical points. Definitely. I mean, that doesn't look like a lot of experience points, but for Chrono Trigger, it really is. And I know you guys are taking advantage of that. It really isn't that impressive, but in my experience in this game, we're getting a couple hundred experience points at best on a high end. Most fights we're getting like, you know, less than 100 experience points. Getting, you know, a few thousand experience points in this game is ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie, that is fantastic. We played, we're playing Persona 4, and Persona 4 we can tweak the amount of experience points we get, so we're getting higher experience point gains out of our combat situations in Persona 4 to make the grind easier. And I don't want to say it's easier. I want to say it's a bit less time consuming. Whereas if we're going to grind in this, we are going to have to grind. We're going to have to spend hours grinding in this, and that's not. I don't think that's something really anybody really wants to do. Is spend, you know, 5, 6, 7 hours grinding. I did that in Dragon Quest 11, and I love, you know, playing games like this. I love the JRPGs. I love if it has a great battle system, I'm not going to mind as much. I spent a whole weekend, not like, you know, the entire 72 hours of the weekend, but I spent a good, you know, 10 hours of actual, you know, game time grinding out to level 99 for the entire party, especially in a game like Dragon Quest where there's a very specific way to do it, which if we ever play Dragon Quest 11 here on the channel, we will talk about it. I'm not going to show, I would never show doing that, but now we have our money, everybody has their equipment, we should be good. Now we kind of have to figure out our next step here, because now we have all our items, unless there's another room where we have to get our rest of our actual items, That would suck if we had to go back, find another room, get all our potions, and get the rest of the stuff that we need, including Robo's equipment and Ayla's equipment. That would be insane. I'm not gonna lie, I would be really devastated if that's something I actually had to do, and, like, you know, get that stuff. And I think we've actually been through all the rooms in this airship. I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like that might be something we've actually done. And I don't know what our next steps are, because I feel like we already went outside and we can't do anything outside. I know, like, I have ideas of what we're supposed to do, but at the same point in time, I have no idea what we're supposed to do. And that's a very frustrating thing. You're playing a video game for the first time, and there's no indication of where you're supposed to go. There's no any kind of idea of what we're supposed to do. So I'm guessing we're supposed to go. Let's just check here. Yeah, so we've already been there. We might want to flip this switch. There we go. If we go up here, we get in this area, and there we go. There's another chest in here that we have not gotten yet. So it looks like we do have to do additional chests, which is sometimes that can be very frustrating. You know, you're trying to go around. We're trying to find all the stuff we need to find, and we have to go back and forth, and they split all our stuff up between all these different rooms. That's just infuriating. From a layout standpoint, I understand the game wants us to explore all the possible rooms, but from a logic standpoint, this feels like a bad idea as a whole, having to go through every single room to get all our inventory back. But the nice thing is they kind of lump the rest of the party's inventory in together there, so we should be able to switch out our party now if we need to. And it looks like we have to go in that room anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. Looks like we're on the wings of the airship. That's fantastic. Are we able to fall off? No, we're not. Okay. That's great. I was actually a little concerned here for a moment. I was wondering if, because obviously the game's kind of simulating the ship is flying through the air, and I wasn't sure if we were going to be able to fall off. So it looks like we're getting like a little cutscene right now. I don't know what's going on. Like I said, this is my very first time playing this game. And it looks like, yeah. Is this one of the Golem Sisters? I don't know, but it looks like we get a little mini boss fight here. It's Golem Overlord. Looks like Dalton's not happy with us. He's setting his own things at us. I don't know how this fight's going to work. I guess we're going to have to figure it out. That did a lot of damage, so that might actually be our best case scenario. Looks like he's weak to the water and ice spells. So if we wait here, we do Glacial Freeze again. So we're going to kind of go with the same strategy like we did when Chrono was in the party. Where what we're going to do is we're going to kind of do that dual tech attack where, say, we'll have Luca or Marl do a spell and, you know, Frog will do a physical attack. So I do like those dual techs, and I feel like this is more effective. I don't know if it's because it's red that it takes more damage from the ice spells. I don't know. It's not taking as much damage from the fire stuff. I don't know why he's counting. I really don't know. We're just kind of trying to wail on this thing. Throwing a hand grenade at it. It's at 3. I don't know what, like I said, I don't know what the countdown is. I'm going to assume it means something like an ultimate attack, like they usually do when they do a countdown. But I'm not 100% sure. We're about to find out, though. What if we only had 5 turns to beat the thing? That would be intense. Looks like he is scared. So his defense is probably up, or it's probably down. I would think it's... Nope, it's the same. Is this like a scripted fight? I would not be surprised if this fight turns out to be one of those, like, scripted fights to an extent, where he's afraid of heights and, like, he can't do anything, and all we have to do is just boom, 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 you know, wail on him. That's what it feels like right now. Yeah. That's exactly what it was. That was literally like a scripted cutscene, to say the least, and now we're getting, not cutscene, but fight. We're going into a cutscene. It looks like we're gonna get either this is gonna be a fight with Dalton or something along those lines. I'm not 100% sure what's going on here. Looks like Dalton fixed up the ship and tweaked it in his own way, and he's gonna try to attack us. Now, obviously, I feel like this is a very bad idea for him to do that, shooting at his own giant ship. I'm not gonna lie, it does reek of that like stupidity. And okay, we're actually gonna go fight him on the ship. This is just feels like a bad idea. Either this is gonna be an easy boss fight like all the other fights with Dalton, or it's gonna be an annoying, frustrating fight because it's Dalton. We can't really say for certain at this moment in time. I'm feeling like it's gonna be a bit of both. I feel like it's definitely gonna be one of those. Well, it is going to be hard and it's going to be easy at the same time. I have this feeling, but I can't say with that like 100% certainty that will be the case. So we're just going to keep wailing on the dude. And if that's the case, if just wailing on him will do it, then we're just going to keep wailing on the dude. It feels like the right thing to do. And he's going to summon the Golem Overlord. That feels like a bad idea. See, I told you, it was going to be like one of those joke fights. To an extent. To an extent, I'm not saying it definitely guaranteed set in stone was a joke fight. But what I was trying to say is, to an extent, it is a joke fight. So it looks like, the fact that we fought standing on the ship in air is kind of impressive, to say the least. Question is the ship all right? Yeah, I mean, that's a good question that Luke is asking, is how do we control it, since, you know, we've never actually been able to fly it. There we go. I remember I'm playing this on a PlayStation 4 controller plugged into the computer. And the controls aren't always the same because it's looking for a Super Nintendo controller instead. I'm trying to remember, like I said, I'm trying to remember the control scheme here, and it seems like maybe I got it. And in doing so, we kind of destroyed the airship there. Fantastic job, guys. We destroyed the airship here. And it looks like we got some new changes to our ship. The Epoch can now fly, it looks like. So, what that essentially is going to mean is that we can fly around the map. I'm going to guess that now that we can fly around the map, we can reach inaccessible areas previously before on the map. Like the, yeah, see? We're going to be able to reach previously inaccessible areas to an extent. on the map. Obviously, that is going to be really cool. Needless to say, like if we're going to be able to go back to different time periods, there might be areas that were inaccessible to us earlier. And I really think that's going to open up some more exploring. Now, obviously, we're not going to sit here and we're not going to do like hardcore, exploration, because I don't feel like the game really encourages a maximum amount of exploration. Also, what the hell is this Headman's Scythe for? We don't have anyone that would use a scythe, so I'm really curious as to what that is for exactly. Is there another character we're missing? Is Chrono going to come back and be like a zombie dude and use scythes instead? But we can buy more shelters. We're going to buy more shelters. Definitely need those. We're not going to, not need them. And shelters are like the most important item, I think, in this game at this time. So we're going to save here real quick. And we're actually going to use one of those shelters, right? Inventory here. See, we have 31 of them. And if we're around the part in the game where I think we are, where it's just near that end game part, where we have maybe just a little bit left, as we're checking out to see we're checking to see right now which characters still need skills they can learn. Obviously, Luca can still learn her skills, so we're going to keep Luca in our party. We're going to switch out Marl. Obviously, Robo can still learn other moves, so we can see what they can still learn, and that's going to be great for us as a whole. We're going to be able to work on getting them their best skills. All their skills are going to be kind of necessary for us to have. Okay, so we can't go up. So there's really not much we can do here. I feel like there's something important we need to take care of in this, I don't want to say time period, but there's something we need to take care of here before we really go back to wherever it is, because now we have to hunt for Chrono. We have to find Chrono. So let's see. I feel like this is going to be... What's going on here? This is important. Oh, look, it's Magus. This is going to be good. I'm really curious what Magus is going to do. Wait, what? Are we getting backstory about Magus now? Like... Interesting. We're getting a lot of interesting new plot points here. Wait... No, don't tell me. Do not tell me that Magus is really Janus. We're seeing I guess we call them sages. The old dudes, the gurus is what they're actually called. I keep forgetting the right terms. They're being transported in time, and there goes Janus. So it looks like that's the case. It looks like actually Magus is Janus. That's an interesting plot twist there. We see all these people being teleported to different time periods. This must be the old guy here at the end of time. Yep, that's Janus as Magus. Interesting. That's very interesting. Alright, I did not know that. Wow, that's actually a really interesting development there. So, we're going to probably have to make an interesting decision here. Since Magus wants to destroy Lavos, are we going to be probably presented with the option of Magus joining our party? Or we're going to have to fight him because Frog hates him so much and he's a villain. So this is going to be an interesting concept, I guess. It's not really an interesting concept because we see it a lot in video games and animes and everything like that. I feel like this is an interesting decision we have to make here, because I feel like we are able to have Magus in our party. I feel like this is where it's kind of pushing us to, or we just end him. I mean, I don't know. And it's interesting because we have, Frog in our party, so Frog's obviously don't want to, slit his throat. I don't want to fight him. He was a tough fight earlier. I really don't feel like it. Also, I feel like that was probably the right decision to make. Let's talk to him again. I feel like talking to him again, or are we supposed to just walk away? I guess we'll just have to walk away here. I feel like, yeah, this is it. It looks like we have the option. We're going to get the option now for Magus to join us. That being said, that looks like a good place for us to end. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time with more Chrono Trigger.